Narcissist breadcrumbing is a term to explain the behaviour that they use to lead you on, to drop you just enough crumbs of hope to keep you hanging on to absolutely nothing, to give you just enough attention when they want to reel you back into their games. When a narcissist wants to string you along so that they can get their needs met by you. And there's several different methods a narcissist will use to breadcrumb you. And one of the first of these is stringing you along, where they will go all out to make these lavish, extravagant plans with you and then cancel at the last minute. They can go all out to make just everyday plans with you and then cancel at the last minute. However, they always seem to have what seems a reasonable excuse as to why they can't deliver on the promise they made to you. They have a way of saying things that makes you feel bad for them and support them, and because you're understanding and have the empathy to care about them, you're just, okay, yes, no worries, you sort what you need to. Yeah, we'll rearrange. Yeah, we'll rearrange. Yeah, we'll rearrange. Only they tend to promise these things to you when they want something from you. And then once they've got what they wanted from you, they cancel these plans on you. Or once they've got you where they want you, they gaslight you and claim that they never made these plans in the first place. This is when they can shower you with that attention, where they can call you as soon as they wake up, before they go to bed. They can text you constantly throughout the day on their breaks. They can love bomb you with that attention. And as you get used to it and it's quite nice and you message them back, and you might then start instigating it and messaging them first, and all of a sudden they don't respond to you. So then you wonder if everything's okay, because for the last 8-9 weeks they've messaged you every day at 12:30 on their break. And then all of a sudden they haven't, so you took the initiative to message them and they ignore you, and you can wonder if they're okay, and they might ignore you for the rest of the day. And then when you do see them again, you can ask them and they'll just come out with some sort of reasonable excuse. Oh, my phone didn't charge up overnight, so I just ran out of battery. A genuine person might just message you in the morning and say, hey, my phone's not just got enough charge. If I can charge it, I will. If not, just to let you know, that's why I might not be messaging you. It'd be a one-off. Or they'd find somebody else's to message you on. With a narcissist, it's a repeat pattern of behaviour. They also give you those mixed signals, that hot and cold behaviour, where they give you the extreme attention, extreme flattery, and then they give you no attention, give you no flattery. Any flattery they do give you is insincere praise so that they can get something from you. 1 minute they're there for you and all over you, and then the next minute they've disappeared on you and they're ghosting you. 1 minute they want to talk to you, the next minute they've shut down communication on you. And again, they usually find a way to excuse or justify their behaviour that's believable enough to keep you hanging on. False promises, a bit like that, stringing you along. They promise you things, yet it's always a day away. They dangle that carrot. In the beginning, they get to know who you are as a person and the things that you would like out of life, and they mirror these and reflect them straight back at you as though they want them too. And as they're your desires, you work hard to achieve them with somebody who you believe wants the same things as you. Only they don't want the same things as you. They want to use the things you want against you to get their needs met by you. So you're working with somebody you don't realise is working against you. If you meet someone new, if you don't want to get married, you might say, I don't want to get married. And they might say they don't want to get married. Or you might say you do want to get married and they might want to get married. And when it's genuine people, you can work with that. Yes, there's going to be things that crop up, but you can work with it. With a narcissist, if you don't want to get married, they don't want to get married. If you do want to get married, they want to get married, even though they don't want to get married. So they're just going to string you along. And again, they're going to have those excuses of, oh, next year when I've got that promotion. Oh, well, so-and-so is getting married this year, so let's wait till next year. They're going to forever put it off. It's always going to be a day away, and they're always going to seem to have a valid reason as to why, and nothing ever comes to fruition with them. They play the victim. Narcissistic people are never truly open or vulnerable with you. They never truly reveal their deep insecurities with you. However, it can seem like they do when they're playing the victim to remove responsibility of their behaviour towards a third party. So they will come at you and claim that somebody has done something to them, and it seems like they're being open and vulnerable with you, only it's usually what the narcissist did to that person. So they gain that sympathetic attention from you, and you can feel sorry for them, and you can want to support them and help them and be there for them. And then later down the line in the relationship, they promise you something, fail to deliver on that promise. You go and confront them, and not in a negative way, just, hey, we said we'd go and do this. When are we going to do it? And they try and change the topic of conversation, or they turn around and accuse you of expecting too much of them, or they go on about, oh, come on, you know what a terrible time I'm currently having. Do you really need to bring this up now? So you feel bad for bringing things up. So just why do narcissistic people breadcrumb you? It's all about power and control and remaining superior to you. It's all about them maintaining their sense of superiority in the situation, of having you when they want you, yet not letting you go and move on and be happy, because they might need you at some point. And it can have so many detrimental effects to you, because it is one long emotional roller coaster ride of destruction, where you can be left with sadness and grief and pain and anxiety and obsessive thoughts, wondering, oh, what's wrong with them? Perhaps I should message them, but last time I messaged them, they got offended that I messaged them, so perhaps I shouldn't message them, but if then I don't message them, they might be offended that I don't. And you're forever trying to figure out what on earth to do. You can become very insecure around them and question your desires and lose your desires, which often leads to that depression. It can lead to isolation because you're questioning yourself all the time. It's an addictive cycle, and you lose your self-worth, you lose your confidence, you lose your dreams, you lose your desires, you lose your friends and family, and then you end up depressed and full of anxiety because you have nothing left to get up for other than this person who's doing this to you, and you don't recognise it's them doing it to you, because they seem to come along and pick you up just at the right moments. So they play your hero, your saviour, so that you don't recognise that they're the villain who is hurting you in some of the most horrific ways. How you handle this is, first and foremost, learn to recognise their patterns of behaviour, and that it says more about who they are as a person than it ever will you. And then create the best boundary, which is distance, emotional, psychological and physical distance from them. Find the support you need to help you through, and then start looking at the things that you would like out of your life to create those desires within you again, to get you out of bed in the morning, to give you something to look forward to, especially when things get difficult and challenging. So you've got something to motivate you to keep going, and rely on yourself with the right support to create the dreams that you would like for you. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments for people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have a couple of books out on Amazon. One is a Narcissists Handbook, which is the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, and the other is 15 Rules to Deal with Narcissistic People if you cannot go no contact. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.